Oh, what's going on? So it's not a drive home because my phone mount broke, and oh god, that irked me. My way home, the phone had just like fallen out and just fell over on its face, and it pissed me off. So I'm redoing it twice because I don't want to be in the habit of not doing these. So earlier, I was talking about my relationship with death. I had a friend at work die, so it just kind of throws your mortality in your face. And I'm terrified of my own mortality. I really am. From like, I'm 37 years old, and I spent my first half of my, more than my first half. I didn't get my shit together until like the last 5 years. In the last 5 years, I've got a job and kept it, bought a house and a car, brand new car. And I feel like I got lots of catching up to do. So, like, I'm moving my seat forward so I can get myself in the light a little bit. I got a lot of catching up to do. I feel like I've cheated my family. But more than that, I cheated myself. Like, I have how much money I have just had and lost because I'm an idiot. It's like, it wouldn't surprise me if it was a 7-figure number. Anyways, so like when I was a kid, I got kicked off the bus for some dumb reason, and my father used to get out of work at like 4 in the afternoon. I think he did 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. And he worked right down the road from the school. So if he wasn't there to get me by like 4:10 or 4:15, I would have a huge panic attack. And I don't mean just like I had sheer terror that my dad was in an automobile accident because he drove a shitty old car, and he was in an accident and he had died. And I would just sit there and watch a small chunk of road and just stare at it intently, like your dog does to the door when you leave. And I'd just sit there and I'd stare at it and wait for his maroon shitty car to go by, his Oldsmobile Delta 88, his like 1985 Delta 88 to go by. And I was just always terrified that something had happened to my old man. And I don't even know, like, I didn't have a good reason. So my dad got into lots of accidents. He's never had one. He was just my security net, and I was afraid that something was happening to that. And I have never known terror like that. I have never known fear like that in my life. Like, that was the most. I've never been afraid of anything more in my life than that. Except for Like maybe a jump scare. Like my kid scared me once in the middle. Like he was just lurking outside of my bedroom once. Um, Getting ready for school, like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I open up our bedroom door, and there's my kid in his Carhartt with his book bag on and his hood up. And he was backlit by our backyard lights. So like his shadow was just in. The dog looked up. The dog goes walking out and looks up and backs up, and like the dog shit herself and made me shit myself. I literally just screamed, "Ah!" Fucking woke everybody in the house up. Oh man. Anyways, that was pretty scary, but that was only for like a second, and I immediately knew it was my kid, and I wasn't afraid anymore. I'm more afraid for him because the dog still didn't know who it was. And we have Rottweilers. Except for recently, my brother had something go on, and I didn't know that he was going through it. And he called me up, and he was weeping, and he was searching for words. He's like, "Hey, bro, I got to talk to you." And I'm like, "What's up?" He was just crying through tears and talking through tears, and I got short with him because he wasn't answering questions as fast as I wanted him to. Because the one thing that stuck out in my mind was, this is the phone call that I get that tells me my father's dead. And as soon as he spit out the words, but like I immediately felt bad, but my brother was in crisis, so I didn't say anything about it at all. But that I then had to go to like try to counsel him while I was just coming back from that same fear of death. And then another thing that's fucked up is my mother committed suicide. And I just took that, and it's literally like I just took it out and I put it in a box on a shelf, and then I haven't dealt with it. Maybe. I don't know. Because my brothers and my sisters are angry at her, but I get my point of view is, dude, she's dead. She can't hurt us anymore. She was manic depressive and bipolar. She offed herself. Like, ultimately, she hurt herself way more than she hurt us. So, like, I just I guess I've forgiven without dealing with. I guess if you can do that. So, anyways, a friend at work has died, and it just kind of like throws my mortality in my face. And it just puts death in front of, and up, it puts it in my face. I don't like it. Like, it freaks me out when people aren't afraid of death, and that they think that there's an afterlife and they welcome death, and I don't do that. Not at all. I am afraid of death, which is weird because I've done some dumb things. Like, I have tempted death and fate a few times, a lot of times. 180 miles an hour on a motorcycle, not sober. Yeah, it was dumb. Anyways, like, so homeboy was at work on Thursday, and like I gotta quit saying like, and I don't like that. It's a vocal crutch that I need to stop using. So, Junie was at work on Thursday complaining of heartburn. And I said Tums and like Prilosec and other medicines did not help it at all. And he went to bed Saturday and never woke up Sunday. And he has a 16-year-old daughter who is dependent on him. Not only that, but he had a son that died last year of a heart attack. He was not very old either. He was my age. I'm 37. He was not much older than me. It just throws it in my face. And it makes me really grateful for the things that I have. And it just makes me want to do things. Like I want to provide for my family, but I have to be at work to provide for my family. And while you're at work providing for your family, I'm not with my family. And I don't know how to come to terms with that or remedy that. Because money's not so important that I'm willing to have it versus my time with my family, but it is important enough that I have time away from my family to get it. When I was a kid, I hated being poor, and I don't want my kids to feel that. But they don't. Anyways, it's on longer than 10 minutes. My drive home. Y'all have a good day. Hug your loved ones. Be grateful that you're still here. Because tomorrow's not promised. I know it's cliche as fuck. But live like you'll die tomorrow. Be grateful. Adios.